these kind of tours where people maybe most time burn out.
Yeah, sure.
One of my favorite bands in the world is Danger Escape Plan. Okay, they split. I've been following them live like for years, and I love them. But I see how passionate they are when they play the live set. Well, and I was always thinking, these guys cannot do this for like 20 years.
No, their set was a theatrical set.
Yeah.
You know, where I think that they blur the line between being artists and entertainers.
Yeah.
Where I think we stick in more of the art category. What you see is what you get with us. We were actually joking earlier. Like, you know, we're up on that stage, and there's all these bands that are incredible bands that all have big production.
Yeah.
You know, they have like tons of techs.
Yeah.
They have all this. We have one sound guy who we can't even see because he's in that booth really far away from us.
Yeah.
And we have one tour manager who's also our merch guy. That's it. You know what I mean?
That's so cool.
That's it. That's all we got. And we have a driver on the store who's driving the Sprinter thing. And that's all we have.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not because that's the cool way of doing things. It's just the only way we do things.
Yeah.
Dillinger as a band became a very theatric band, and even early on, you know, a friend of ours used to do fire breathing for them on stage. They always wanted to be bigger than life.
Yeah.
You know, Ben is an incredible guitarist, but he also would wear knee pads on stage under his pants so he could jump and fall down and like land on his legs from 10 feet up.
Don't die.
Yeah, I totally get it. I would too if I was jumping from 10 feet up. That's a Bruce Springsteen trick. You know, I totally get it. You know, Greg would do all these like crazy, you know, physical feats.
Yeah.
And, you know, we still stay in touch with those guys. They're great players. But it's just a different vibe.
Yeah.
You know, I know as bands, like we kind of get paired together a lot.
Yeah.
Usually the both of us, mainly because people started paying attention to our sub-genre of music at that time.
Yeah.
When we were both kind of coming up. But I think that we grew into different kinds of animals. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like.
They were more theatrical and you were more.
Yeah, we just kind
in your face, like.
Yeah, I think that's like where they have more in common with like probably bands that have bigger production and things like that. Then you know we don't. You know.
Yeah.
We don't smash guitars because we don't have dummy guitars.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have. You know, we just try to be a stripped down machine.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
And now that we're talking about genres, when people talk about metalcore, they always mention Jane Doe.
Sure.
Yeah. And
which is
I
really...
never understood that because, I mean, I listen to metalcore. I'm not a fan of metalcore, but I listen to it. And
are we talking about, like, contemporary metalcore?
Yeah.
Like, I know very little about that scene, to be honest.
Yeah.
We play, you know, festivals like this, which I'm sure there's bands that are defined as that play these things. But... we're not that. That record's an incredibly abrasive record for the most part. It's a pretty punk record to me. It's a hyper-aggressive album. It doesn't have any parallels to the tropes and sort of stereotypes that I have seen in contemporary metalcore. It's not singy. It's not. It just doesn't have those kind of like pop style hooks.
Yeah.
It's a very aggressive personal song, a personal record. So I don't know. I'm glad that people pay attention to what we do and they try to categorize things to find them to be palatable, but I don't.
Most people need labels. Yeah, you know.
But like, I mean, Melvins don't have a label.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think we needed a label. I don't think Crowbar really needs a label.
Yeah.
You know, people say they're a doom band. People say they're a sludge band. What even is that? They're a melodic metal band.
Yeah.
You know, they have more melody in their songs than most do. So I don't know. People just try to define things how they see it. I don't have a problem with it. I just don't see us relating to that scene really.
Yeah. Talking about Jane Doe also again, I remember seeing you on that tour actually because you played in Malaga in the south of Spain.
Yep.
It was a tiny
2002.
Yeah. And I remember that tour, and I said, okay, it was a really good tour, but the band was doing the tiny venues, you know.
Well, it was our second European tour. We did a tour in Europe in 1999.
Yeah.
And it was just a terrible experience. You know, it was before the Euro, so it was it was a really difficult tour. We were over here for almost 2 months, playing every day, and it burnt us out. You know, like the drummer that we had, for example, on that tour, he played on one record, did that one tour, and quit because it was too hard.
Yeah.
And I understood why. It was a grueling tour, and we didn't really want to come back. Not because we disliked European cities, European countries. We were just
burn out, maybe.
It was too much.
Yeah.
We couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
You know, like it costs money to tour. You know, and so like we couldn't do a grueling tour like that. We had to pay rent at home and live. You know, and so like we just decided we'll just keep doing things that are familiar to us. And then we decided to come over and do that 2000 tour. That was a pretty grueling tour too. I think we were here for about 5 weeks, 6 weeks, with no days off or anything. But it was, you know, it is what it is. I don't see any difference between our band now and then.
And then,
I mean, the only thing that's changed is the world around us.
Yeah.
You know, that Hellfest bought the name Hellfest from, you know, a promoter in the States and turned it into this incredible giant thing.
Yeah.
You know, which is really funny to us because we actually played the Hellfest in the States before this existed. You know. And the fact that just like metal and aggressive music has grown and kind of cross-pollinated and evolved to have a Rose Tattoo and Converge playing next to each other, you know?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Well, let's talk about the new album, The Dusk Us.
Sure.
So it was 5 years between All We Love, We Leave Behind and this album. I think it's the most time that you were without releasing an album.
Yeah, probably
so,
close to that.
I don't know why people are saying, okay, it's just too many years without releasing. It's like a rule that some maybe labels or bands put in themselves, like we have to release an album each 3 or 4 or 5 years.
No.
I know you having a Dead Wish, for example.
I mean, my favorite bands when I was a kid released records every year.
Yeah.
You know, Judas Priest and Iron Maiden released records virtually every year up until like 1990.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about it. And it's just a matter of having time, you know, in the kind of band that you are. You know, we write personal songs that are about our lives. With that said, it takes time to write. We look at our band more as a place that's more of an artistic place.
Yeah.
You know, we don't look at ourselves as entertainers. We look at ourselves as artists.
Yeah.
So what we do doesn't really have a clock. You know, we just do it when we feel motivated to do it. With that said, between the previous album, 2012, and the latest, we were busy.
Yeah.
You know, we had a lot of things in our personal lives and a lot of things in our band life and our professional life outside of that as well. We did probably 5 European tours or 6.
Right.
We did multiple U.S. tours. I had knee surgery after some tours. We released multiple live records. We did a 3-disc Blu-ray project that we edited and did everything of that ourselves.
Yeah.
We did multiple 7-inches.
You were busy. You were
busy. Like the amount of output that we had in that time was significant. It just wasn't a new album.
Yeah.
We even did we got our Converge Blood Moon big band project off the ground, which we came in Europe. We came to Europe with that.
Yeah.
It's basically Converge with Ben and Chelsea from Chelsea Wolf and Steve Brodsky, who used to be in Converge, who's in Cave-In.
Yeah.
I mean, to it, man. And we're essentially a Converge big band where we have new material, but we also rework Converge material to have a different sonic feel.
Yeah.
And that's a big undertaking too, and we wanted to experiment with that. We did that, so it was a busy time.
Anyways, for me at least, I don't think that a band should release an album 3 years, like if they must release it, because sometimes maybe you don't feel like to, or you don't have the correct songs, or you don't think the album is that good to release. So I don't mind as a fan to wait like, I don't know, 10 years if you're gonna release something like groundbreaking.
Well, yeah, or I mean, it needs to connect with the people who are making it.
Yeah,
that's really all it's about. And like, look at a band in a different genre, but you look at Bolt Thrower, for example. Okay, before they disbanded after their drummer passed away, they actually put a moratorium on new records. They did a record called Those Once Loyal that came out, I believe, in 2005. And they felt that was the quintessential Bolt Thrower record, and there was no need to write any more Bolt Thrower records.
Yeah.
They got to the point where they felt that that's everything. That's everything that they ever needed to do, and they can tour, do whatever they want, and that was the perfect album. And that's they're right.
Yeah.
So, so some bands can. I guess I give that as an example because bands can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
There is no wrong way. There is no right way.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people that pay attention to quotes the music industry that think that there should be a pattern.
Yeah.
There's no fucking pattern. People do what they want, and they should do what they want. Anyone who says that they haven't figured out or they have a way that it needs to be done it's all opinion. Yeah. It doesn't matter. As long as it feels good to you, do it.
Actually, the project of the guys from Bolt Thrower is playing.
Yeah, it's a good record. Well, good. I bought the 7-inch when it came out, and then they have a new album that came out like a year ago, right?
Yeah. Okay, so a lot of Converge fans thought that this new album Dust Glass was less metal, let's say, and they
put punk, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and they put examples like Reptilian. They think it's more like avant-garde. I don't know what they mean with that, but
that's a pretty metal song.
Yeah,
it's probably the most metal song we've written in years.
Yeah,
but we're not a metal band.
You never been?
No.
Yeah.
No, we're not. We're fans of metal. We're fans of hardcore. We're fans of punk rock. We grew up in the golden era of virtually all of those scenes, and we're very, very fortunate for that. And we take all of the elements of all of the aspects of every band and sound that we've enjoyed, and we've kind of mashed them together over time. So it's funny. We always feel that we joke that we're too hardcore for metal people.
Yeah.
We're too punk for hardcore people.
Yeah.
And like we're too ugly for everybody else. We just kind of do what we want.
Yeah.
And it's not meant to be wholly understood by just putting a definition of we're a metal band or a hardcore band. I get it, but people need definitions. They need to sort of categorize to be able to understand what a band is. But we're just something different. And the dynamics that you hear in our songs are that.
Yeah.
All those dynamics have been in our records going back into the 90s.
Right.
Every record has them. I just think that as time has passed, we've become better at doing them. And that's really all you hear. You hear that refinement and that progression.
Yeah.
But there's no other sort of like calculated decision